Hey, what's up guys, this is Raghav and you are watching Dr. Vehicle Mechanic. In this video, we will learn about sensors. Sensors, how it's work, what is the use of in your cars. Let's talk about first of all for mass airflow sensors. The mass airflow sensor is one of the key components of an electronic fuel injecting system in your cars. It is installed between the air filter and the intake manifold of engine. The mass airflow sensor measures the amount of air entering the engine. Let's talk about crankshaft position sensors. The crankshaft position sensor measures the rotation speed and the position of engine crankshaft. In some cars, this sensor is installed close to the main pulley, and in some cars it could be installed at transmission bell housing or the engine cylinder block. Let's talk about oxygen sensor. Oxygen sensor. The working principle of oxygen sensor is to check the oxygen amount within the exhaust. The size and shape of sensor is look like a spark plug. The oxygen sensor is used in automobile or one sensor is arranged in front of the catalytic converter and one in arranged in every exhaust manifold of the automobile. Manifold absolute pressure sensor (MAP sensor). The manifold absolute pressure sensor works with an intake air pressure to define proper air and the fuel quantity required for the ignition cylinders. The MAP sensor measures the vacuum of intake manifold, which fluctuates according to engine load relative to this barometric pressure. Let's talk about spark NOx sensor. A NOx sensor is essentially a small listening device in or on the engine that detects this irregular vibration and sounds come from the engine block. The engine sensor pick up vibration and sound coming from the engine, turn it into an electronic signal and send that signal to the ECU. The car computer then judges the information and determines the whether or not ignition timing should be alternated. A NOx sensor is typically attached directly to the outside of an engine block and bent to some cars. It is located underneath the intake manifold. Fuel temperature sensor. The fuel temperature sensor is designed to measure the temperature of fuel and relay this information of the engine control unit by the optimization the air to fuel mix ratio depending on what the fuel temperature is with respect to the intake air temperature. So guys, I think you have learned something from this video. Only this for now. I will upload part 2 soon. So subscribe my channel so you can get updates of videos. Thank you so much.